Good day to you. Good day to you. Today I am attempting a little difficult topic with the background of why do people in great positions of power and even achievement behave like orphans? And how can a nation feel like an orphan? How can you have a corporate persona of that of an orphan and having much but denying? So in this time of conflict and trouble, I like to approach this topic. So those who are orphan always have a defined relationship of serving a master whom they don't like. They feel their life is out of their control and someone else is controlling their life, and so they have this thing about rebelling against the master. Probably they had a fatherhood fracture, sometimes a mother fracture. So their sense of, even when they become fathers, they are at home also, they are more like a commander or a master than a father. So they will count the times son did wrong and will remind many times, because that's what they have got also. Reminiscences of what went wrong rather than celebration of what the son did right or the daughter did right. So this thing of the master-servant relationships, so living life as if we are doing wages rather than a gift. Wages, a wage earner has the sense, I do so much, I get so little. The one who gets a gift has a sense of gratitude and enjoying the gift. So wage earner, even when he's well paid, may not enjoy the wage because it's the dues he got, my just deserts or my just dues, because I worked hard and this is all I got, I should have got more. Secondly, the orphan is independent and self-reliant. He can't trust anybody else. He has to do it himself. So someone may get to the climb up right up the ladder, but be very self-reliant and can't trust or delegate anybody to do anything properly. So in that sense, he only uses people in work. They don't know to build up people in work, because that person has in their life paternal and maternal roots of fracture. And they will not acknowledge need, though very needy. They feel it's infra-dig to acknowledge need. They will pretend self-sufficiency and they will not know to receive help or ask for help. So we have to overcome this attitude in your spouse, in your junior, or sometimes even in your senior. Though they don't ask for help, be available for help. Whereas we should learn to be interdependent, acknowledge our neediness, get help from others, and give helps to others. So the orphan lives by the love of the law, always legalistic. You didn't do this, you should have done this. So they'll read out the law, the lex talionis, that is law of the tooth, tooth for tooth, eye for eye, and so on. But a son lives by the law of love. Then the orphan, fourth point about the orphan, is insecure and lacks peace. He does not know whether he has achieved enough. Even when he's very well achieved, he feels there's much more to achieve and there's another summit to climb, and someone else's summit is higher than my summit. I must get there. And he might even use methodology to pull that man down and himself go up. Whereas the Good Shepherd created us to be sons, and we give and take, and we help each other. We don't think we have to push someone down for us to go up. But the orphan feels like that. He does not know rest and peace. He becomes a workaholic, brings many files home, and he's only happy if he has work to do. That's the nature of the orphan. Now it may go as industry. In fact, he may achieve quite a bit, but inside him he's a man of discontent, not having arrived. However many medals he gets, however many degrees he earns behind his name, he feels he has still not arrived. So he's always striving. So he will often strive for praise, approval, and acceptance of man. Therefore, however much he gets, he may have an attitude of, I did not get enough. And when you seek the approval of man, you are always discontent because you don't know whether you got enough. But a son is meant to be totally accepted in the Father's love, and he works with grace and gratis rather than with demand. Fifthly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. A need for personal achievement as you seek to impress everybody around you, and if you are the religious kind, you might want to impress God also with a great ritual, great vow and so on. Promise God a bride for more advancement in your professional career or business, and you can be opportunistic. Then there is no motivation to serve, but it's a motivation to advance. To that end, you can do all what you do. Then a son he serves with motivated by deep gratitude for what he has received and unconditionally loved and accepted. That's how a son thinks. Acceptance makes him to do well. The orphan feels there's no end to how much I have to perform. So orphan lives perform or perish, swim or sink, and he may use words like that with his juniors, and because that's his inner language, he's using words like that in his inside. Duty and earning favor. That is his, he has to earn everything rather than pleasure and delight, relaxation, leisure he does not know, because he feels leisure is waste of time. I must get ahead of others. Always there's an attitude of getting ahead of others. Not that you're achieving your best, which is all what we all should work for that, but to get ahead of others. He doesn't realize there may be others who are 4 talent, 5 talent, when he's only 3 talent. He is not satisfied with what he has achieved. Then comes, he needs to always feel a shortfall that he has to gap up. So we have a good wise statement, all have fallen short of a glory we once had, sort of thing. That is our good shepherd's image and how he would do it for us. So we can always be clamoring for a glory brighter than some others, more shining, and we may pay a very costly price in our health, family life, personal relationships, in striving for this elusive, brightest kind of thing, you know. So that's how it hinders intimacy really, because it's not a relationship of understanding, of give and take, help another. Even in marriage, it's a relationship of how does that serve my end, for me to get ahead. This drivenness of get ahead is all the time working in his inside. Then there's often self-rejection from comparing yourself to others. So often is always in that mode of, I failed because someone else did better. But whereas the son is positive, affirm, because you know your value, worth intrinsically, because Good Shepherd gives to each one of us the best that we can be. So there is a peace and a resting in that. Because of this drivenness and dopamine being so high, and then serotonin might be trying to achieve a reward, but you don't feel rewarded. You feel driven. So dopamine gets very worked up, and dopamine can get into addictive mode. I'm Dr. Lalith Mendis. If you want more scientific and recent clips, please send me a WhatsApp to 076 313 4800. 076 313 4800. You can also download my app Golden Nuggets from Google or from App Store, which has many similar topics. But today I felt is a very special topic at a time like this, when our nation is at crossroads and so many people don't know how to get their future. So when you are driven, dopamine driven, you seek comfort in counterfeit affections, addictions, compulsions, escapisms, busyness, hyper-religious activities. Whereas the one who is content and in your sonship, when you are satisfied, when you are appreciated, you seek times of quietness, solitude, to be restfully commune with your inside and know your Good Shepherd a little more. Then In the orphan side, there's competition, rivalry, jealousy towards others' success and position, as I said before, always trying to get ahead. He has this hunted feeling. What he did not get haunts him. He's constantly after a prey, and after a goal, there's no resting time at all. Whereas the son feels humility and unity in teamwork, and others' success is my success. So you value others, and you are able to rejoice in the blessings and success of others as well. Then the orphan gets into accusation, exposure in order to make yourself look good, indictments by making others look bad, and you have in your mouth, you have put downs in your words. Whereas a son love covers as you seek to restore others. You give a hand up, you pick up others, you stoop down and help another to come up, because you feel the world has enough space, enough time, enough promotion. So we work with our Heavenly Father's attitude of He has given us a good gift, and that good gift He's working it out with us to make it a complete gift. So we are always knowing that there's something more. In its time, He makes all things beautiful in His time. So we work at that pace, we are diligent, but we have a restful rhythm in us that helps us to get us to the next post. Certainly we are goal-oriented, but the orphan often feels the goal has come up again and again and again. So the orphan sees authority as a source of pain, distrustful towards them, and lack a hard attitude of submission. He feels authority is there to somehow get my own end. I'm just biding my time till I get to that slot. That's what an orphan feels. The son is respectful, honoring. You see them, those who are senior to you, as ministers appointed for your advancement, to take good care of you, and that they will deliver to you what is good for your life. I have only a few more points. I'll be finished soon. Orphan has difficulty in receiving admonition. He thinks it's against you. When some good advice is given, orphan feels it's against me. It's not against you. It is that you might do better, and others, your seniors, may see things that you don't see from another perspective. So the orphan wants to be always right. So they get easily hurt feelings, and they close their heart to anyone else. But the son feels admonition is a blessing, that there is a need in your life, that your faults and weaknesses are found out, not to put you to death, but to help you up. Yes. The orphan is guarded and conditional based on others' performance as you seek to get your own needs met all the time. Whereas a son can be open, patient, affectionate, as you lay your life and agendas down in order to meet the needs of others, and you feel you can advance together. The world has enough space and time and enough resources to be shared. The orphan can appear conditional and distant. His heart does not know whom is he safe with. But a son knows whom he is safe with. Orphan is in bondage, a son is in liberty. Now you understand the human race, isn't it? Always there's a war within, and there are weapons that are being formed. I better sharpen my skills and talents to get the better of someone else. Drawn swords, yes. That is not how a son feels. So the orphan is often a servant and a slave all the time, striving, working hard. But the other side of life is to do it as a son and a daughter. So ambition is good, but for the orphan, ambition drives him all the time. So it is striving and striving. Whereas the son knows his daily portion, sufficient is the industry of the day they are unto, and God is a rewarder of them that diligently seek. Yes. So the son works with a reward motive, and the orphan often gets into an anti-reward motive. He says, fight for what you can get. So he's on a fight, flight, fright mode. Sonship, on the other hand, releases your inheritance, and you feel you have a great legacy. Orphan feels, I have to do it in do or die is my style. I hope this helped you. If you need any other clips on science or this kind of sociological aptitudes, please send a WhatsApp to 0763134800. I am Dr. Lalith Mendis, and my app is Golden Nuggets. It's downloadable free from Google or App Store. Thank you for listening.